Tracing the SpiderBot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
Something doesn't add up here. The cops were on the trail of the actual bombers, but nothing was announced to the public.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
Well, I guess Albion has seized control of the station.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatised goon squad, just take your business across the street.
I was never a fan of the cops, but this is so much worse.
Not to worry, the only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the SpiderBot will be further in.
Hey, is that the same SpiderBot, Bagley?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of SpiderBot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you tell who owned it?
Navigate the SpiderBot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
Copy that.
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. Right, get comfy. This SpiderBot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. Buggery fuck, would you look at all this junk? You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
yard. Who decided they couldn't be trusted to do their job? Suddenly some corporation could clean up our streets better than the same police force we've had for who knows how long. When crime fighting is treated like a business, crime will never go away. That would be bad for business, right? So don't tell me Albion has our best interests at heart. Sod that.
If the police could handle their job, Albion wouldn't be necessary. But they can't. The tone bomb is a perfect example. A bunch of lazy, overpaid cops are asleep at the wheel. Well, they're not at the wheel anymore, are they?
You're almost there. Make your way through this last bent path.
That's all.
The system must be acting up.
The requested information is it your right.
Control, check the door, please.
Disobedience will be met with force.
Security measures.
This could get messy.
Is now under the protection of Albion. Disobeying an Albion order is illegal, and offenders will be punished.
Acquired.
Scanning SpiderBot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce, unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Yeah, all right.
The SpiderBot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
Interesting. A secret location. We ought to check it out.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
Oh yeah? What were you going? Who sent me this? Yeah, well...
What are you doing?
Well, maybe...
Please, help.
You're joking! Piss off! Ought to be ashamed of yourself!
Oh, stop it! I've got my rights! Thank you.
Surrender, while you still can.
There we go. I think you just made a new friend. If Albion wanted to lock them up, they must be dangerous. And dangerous we can use.
Correct.
Should've kept your head down! Piss off, you hunk of scrap!
So, how do we get in?
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the Spiderbot we recovered regularly pinged these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
No one would come here accidentally, that's for sure. A perfect place to plan a terrorist attack.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
What's so special about you?
For nothing. We are going to find you. You can count on that. Idiot. Yo, give it up. Stay focused. Get on the ground.
All units, I say again, all units, we have reports of a hostile in your area, over.
Received. Moving in hostiles direction.
Worthless.
Control, I can't see the suspect. Please advise.
Moving on.
Search has yielded no results. Report back to HQ.
This could be promising. Well, looks like a rogue cop set up shop down here.
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
I wonder what led them to the Tone bombing.
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved. And they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book. Going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So, Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
So Albion was working with Clan Kelly gangsters. I can't even say I'm surprised.
It seems like 0 Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
We need to do something about these kidnappings.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
What's going on with that? Shut it down. What?
Suspect reported in your area. Potentially armed and hostile.
Monitoring for unusual activity.
Received, we are in pursuit. Where did they go?
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the queue. We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 Days DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's DedSec. This is kind of personal, team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
Right. Well, if he's in the EPC, he won't be going anywhere anytime soon. But considering the state of that place, we should see what we can do.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.
An Albion guard recruited for DedSec. I'm sure they could get us in all sorts of restricted areas.
British Broadcasting. Britain's first news outlet. Sign up for this.
Hang on. It's off. What waffle?
GBB. First scene. First bring Albion just get...
Report any suspicious activity to the nearest Albion office.
This area is recorded by the GBB.
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location.
Control, we are ready to engage.
Control,